Hello, it's Adrian Stern here from the top10pokersites.net website, and today I'm going to be looking at the top 20 players in the Poker Hall of Fame. The 20th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Stu Ungar. His nickname is The Kid. Now, the last bracelet he won was in 1997. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame back in 2011. And today he has won a tad over $2 million. Moving on to the 19th player on the Poker Hall of Fame, that player is Baldwin. His nickname is The Owl. The last bracelet he won was way back in 1979. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame in 2003, and to date he has won over $2 million. The 18th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Johnston. Now, the last bracelet he won was in 2001. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame in 2004. And today he has won over $2.1 million, so he certainly knows how to play poker. The 17th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Rees. Now, he's earned himself the nickname of Chip. The last bracelet he won was in 1982. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame in 1991. And today he has won over $2.2 million. Moving on to the 16th player on the Poker Hall of Fame, well, that player is Chris Moneymaker. I'm sure you've heard of him. The last bracelet he won was in 2003. However, his name was only recently added onto the Poker Hall of Fame this year in 2019. And today he has won over $2.5 million. The 15th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Sexton. The last bracelet he won was way back in 1989, and his name was added onto the Poker Hall of Fame in 2009. And today he has won over $2.6 million. The 14th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Encore. His last bracelet was won in 1984, and his name was added onto the Hall of Fame in 2008. And today he has won over $2.7 million. Now, moving on to a legendary player that takes pride of place as the 13th player on the Poker Hall of Fame. That player is, of course, Doyle Brunson. Now, his nickname is Texas Dolly. The last bracelet he won was in 2005. His name was added onto the Poker Hall of Fame in 1998, and in total he won over $2.9 million. Well, you may be wondering who the 12th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is. Well, that player is Greenstein. His nickname is the Robin Hood of poker. The last bracelet he won was in 2008. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame back in 2011, and today he has won over $3.1 million. The 11th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Mortensen. His nickname is El Matador. The last bracelet he won was in 2008. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame in 2016, and today he has won over $3.2 million. The 10th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Harrington. His nickname is Action Dan. The last bracelet he won was in 1995. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame back in 2010, and today he has won over $3.5 million. The 9th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Johnny Chan. His nickname is the Orient Express. The last bracelet he won was in 2015. His name was added onto the Poker Hall of Fame back in 2002, and today he has won over $4.6 million. The 8th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is TJ Klaudia. The last bracelet he won was in 2005. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame back in 2006. Now he's won a massive amount of cash over his career, and to date he has won in the World Series of Poker tournaments over $4.6 million. Now the 7th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Eric Seidel. His nickname is Sly. The last bracelet he won was in 2007. Now his name was added onto the Hall of Fame in 2010, and to date he's won over a whopping $5.3 million. Now then, the 6th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Scottie Newgen. His nickname is the Prince of Poker. The last bracelet he won was in 2008, and his name was added onto the Hall of Fame in 2013. And to date he has won over $5.3 million. Okay, let's now move on to the top 5 players on the Poker Hall of Fame. And the 5th player is John Hannigan. His nickname is World. The last bracelet he won was in the year 2018. And his name was added onto the Hall of Fame in that year too, that's in 2018. And to date he has won over $5.5 million. The 4th player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Jawanda. His nickname is JJ. The last bracelet he won was in 2011. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame in 2015, and to date he's won over $5.7 million. The 3rd player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Phil Ivey. Now you probably know Phil's nickname, that is the Tiger Woods of poker. The last bracelet he won was in 2014. His name was finally added onto the Hall of Fame in 2017, and to date he's won over $6.6 million. Now the 2nd player on the Poker Hall of Fame is Phil Hellmuth. His nickname is the Poker Brat. The last bracelet he won was in 2018. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame in 2007, and to date he's won over $14 million. And the player that takes pride of place in position 1 on the Poker Hall of Fame for his winnings is Daniel Negreanu. His nickname is Kid Poker. The last bracelet he won was in 2013. His name was added onto the Hall of Fame in 2014, and today he has won over $17 million.